I've got a bit of a dilemma here, Marissa Roberto.
What is it?
There are too many great sports games coming out. I do not have time to play all of them. I'm going to devote my time, I think, to one of them. And I love hockey. I love football.
Yes.
And now FIFA 16 is here, and I'm actually loving this one, too.
Yeah, well, the other football, depending on where you're from, actually just anywhere outside of North America, it's football. But here we're playing soccer. And yes, again, EA does an amazing job with this FIFA game.
Yeah.
It's very realistic.
It's incredibly
There's so many different options.
Yeah.
This year, we get to play with the women's teams, which is amazing. They totally simulated the Women's World Cup.
Yeah.
And you can actually simulate it as well. You can jump into these things. Obviously, I'm really excited about it because I love the Canadian national team.
Yes. There's a long wait between goals. We all know that with soccer, right? Especially if the teams are evenly matched. But you can see a lot more of the midfield play, a lot more of the nuance between the players. The little wins are a lot more apparent. And I like that. I like the new defensive AI that they've got here. I like playing defense and coming in for the tackles. You can do some of the slide tackles if you've got a little bit more finesse with it and not get carded right away, which is great.
This game obviously is a lot of fun. It's just another sports game that you need to devote a lot of time to. And also, you know what? With FIFA, you have to be into football. You have to be into the sport.
And that's my other issue with this, is that it's a little clinical. It's a little too safe for the amount of passion that the sport brings. I love the menus. I love the system. Obviously, the voiceover guys have been doing it for a long time. The announcers are great. But it is missing a little of the vitality that is embedded in the sport of soccer by its all-encompassing, let's include everybody kind of ness, you know?
That's true, but I mean, there are all those stadium chants as well. Like, they do give a lot of feedback to the people that love the sport, that really want to root for their team. All of these things are there. I think they did a really great job with it. I just also feel like they kind of need to play it safe because they need to make sure that everybody across the world is happy.
But I'm digging what NBA 2K has kind of laid down and what Madden picked up a little bit.
But
we're starting to feel
aren't popular all over the world.
I know, but I want to feel a little story. I want to feel a little kind of more, you know, from these territories.
The commentators tell a little bit of a story. I mean, there's something there.
I want a bit more. You know, I mean, the most beautiful thing about this game that it asks you to play beautifully is that when you play it, you feel like you travel all over the earth, and you play with all of these different nationalities and these different people, and you hear all of these different sounds, and the music collection is always amazing in the FIFA games. It's a marvelous title.
It really is.
But it feels, in all of its bigness, that it has to play to a lot of people, and that that kind of limits its heart and soul a little bit for me, you know?
Right. Well,
I feel the fury and the fire in NHL a little bit more than I do.
Okay.
You know
of course, but we're also Canadian, so we're going to feel the fire in that.
Sure.
All right. So, is this a winning 11 for you? Is this a game that you enjoy and want to recommend to friends?
Everybody should be playing FIFA. It's incredible. It's a 9 out of 10. How about you?
It's fantastic. It's a 9 for me as well.